Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Hi. So, I'm here now. I was hoping to be here earlier, but life and things tend to get in the way. I came prepared for once. I had a list. Of things I wanted to do. So, first off, I need to make sure my monitor's up and proper. If I were smart, this is what I would have done before. I know words good. What are things? If I was smart and proper and well organized, I would have started off by making sure I had done that before I did the going live or starting soon. But I'm neither smart, proper, or well organized. Smart part, that's arguable, but the other ones on that list, not so much. So I got a list. What I want to do today is improve my streams so I can act like I am a semi-professional, organized streamer. So let's see. Let me get into studio mode so I can make sure I'm going to show the right thing really quickly. So, which desktop? Media capture. I want. Nope, not that one. This one. Yeah. Recursion. Infinite recursion. So what I wanted to work on was to show a little bit of like how my stream is set up. So what you're looking at right now is an infinite recursive loop of my OBS scene. The important bit of what we have is down here. So we have my scenes. We have the sources that are in each individual scene, which, as you can see, are not well organized. This was previously well categorized. Thank you. This is open broadcasting software. Previously, I was using Streamlabs OBS. So while there is a large exodus from Streamlabs OBS right now, I'm one of the cool kids and I left early. No. I wish I could say like it was some like level of like moral grandstanding or something like that, but no, the reason I ended up leaving was because the program fucked up on me. So I was using some other piece of software where Streamlabs OBS like basically crashed so hard I couldn't recover my scenes, and if I attempted to launch the program, I basically get a crash at launch. So that's no good, no bueno. So I switched over to OBS Studio, and I've still been gradually setting up OBS Studio. So from what you can see in OBS Studio, I have my current chat window, I have my audio level monitor, which is good enough for the most part. I have like my scene transition set, as well as like my basic studio controls. What I want to do is one, go through and organize some of this stuff and kind of like walk people through on like some of the ideas of scene organization and how to nest and elevate their scenes for organization and doing certain effects a bit easier. Also then further organize my own stuff so I can like stop feeling so insane whenever I have to change anything, because right now this current workflow is not good for anything. It's barely good for me. So the first thing I want to do, because the first bit of work that I need to do, is explaining how my cameras work. So in order to do that, I have a bunch of audio. I have a bunch of little audio input devices that are managed. So we're gonna make a quick change. I'm gonna pop into studio mode. So what you're looking at right now is actually already a set of nested scenes put together. So this centerpiece right here, that is the theater window, is already a nested scene. So I'm going to pop in studio mode because I want to show you how this works in the background. So this here is its own scene that is media capture. So I have a scene that's dedicated to letting me pick between the various monitors on my computer. I'm sorry, I don't have the utility right now that'll let me zoom in. So what I can do is with this window right here, I can set that to either be my center display, which is going to show you OBS. And these are just stacked one on top of the other. My left display, which is currently my note page and my excuse me, I have my like scene recordings up, my note pages and my audio mixer, which I guess like at some point we'll talk about this. My audio mixer is, I'm using Voicemeeter Potato, by far not the most ideal tool, but it is a useful one. And then of course my leftmost display, which currently has nothing on it. I'm probably gonna throw some notes and stuff on that at some point. I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. Anywho, oh yeah, I was gonna show this nested part. So I can use this to like switch between whatever scene I want to have in the theater when I need to, because of course I have like a 3 monitor display right now. Now along with this, I guess I don't have to drop the audio down here. Oh, well, I kind of do. So what I wanted to do in the intermission theater, I realized like you can't see me editing it now because I've selected the wrong display. So we're going to go back over to media capture really quickly. We're going to select us back to our, also the displays are misnamed because of other issues with my computer resetting and restarting and all that joy. So let's get back to my, oh no, I've named them properly. I did my homework earlier. Ha ha ha, smart. So back on center display, we're back looking at, one, you can see I'm in theater mode. So I'm making changes to this left scene here, which is going to show up in the theater box here, because this is the nested scene that's being represented in this part of the screen. My like scale of references all thrown off right now because I'm in theater mode. I'm going to exit this because my brain is breaking a little bit trying to manage this. But what I wanted to do, I want to create a nested scene for my audio, because as I'm going to demonstrate right now, let me stop studio mode. As I'm going to demonstrate right now, if I switch to any of my camera scenes to explain like what's going to happen with those, it'll break again. So I'm going to switch to my camera scenes. My cameras are mainly nested in their own scenes. So I have two cameras currently. I'm going to add a C cam because I got a like an old webcam from my mom the last time I went home, and I figured if I can get it to work, why not like put it to use for something? Who knows? Mad scientist ideas, I guess. So with the current setup, we have an A and B cam. I can't switch between it because right now, like I said, the scenes aren't quite organized well. And actually, oh no, it is cam A. Huh, I guess I did set that up properly. So we have cam A and no cam B on this scene. So cam A and cam B are stacks of cameras. But if I switch to that scene, there's no audio there. So and like I just said, you can see me, but you can't hear me. So that's kind of a problem for doing this sort of exchange. So what I want to do, I have these audio devices. And I split my audio up because I want to be able to like remix my levels in post. And that's also getting the fact that this is also messed up after my conversion over to OBS. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I just want to do this basic sample of scene nesting before we go on. And hello, welcome to all you kind people. So we're doing a little bit of OBS setup and cleanup. So, and I can see where I have viewers at right now. I realize like y'all are just watching me like be vain and try to check and see what's going on. Anywho, the first thing I'm going to do is actually group these. So typically grouping these audio scenes would be enough. And I can just move the group of audio scenes where I need them. But I kind of want to be extra and just nest them, so it's a little bit easier to know what they are. Actually, no, I think I'll just group my audio, because doing a nested scene for audio for just the sole purpose of audio is like not really necessary. So we're gonna add a group. For those that don't know, you can either right click and go to add and then select group, which will be down near the bottom. There are these deprecated options, not important right now. The other way is the plus button. This is how you add elements and sources to a given scene. So with this, we're going to add, and instead of selecting any of these source options, we're just gonna add a group. And I'm going to just title this one audio main. Oh wait, actually I do apparently have an existing audio group. I'm going to look and see where that is. Let's see. We're going to break off into studio mode really quickly, and we're going to try to find where I created my audio group before. Nope. You can see I have like a number of different scenes set up to give me options on how to bring in and end my stream, and I guess I'll explain a little bit more about my current setup. And the fact I can't find it is awesome. Let's see, resources, stream intermission. Oh yeah, I was working on resetting my entire stream at one point. Let's just add the group and see what's in the group. So we're gonna go back to our current scene, which is that's my IRL template. We're gonna go back into theater, come out of studio mode so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So let's go and add, apparently I already have a group. So we're gonna add an existing group. We're gonna add the audio group. I'm kind of interested to know if like all this is like duplicated over again. Voice mic. So Vox audio, stream mix. So that's the oh, we're gonna pop this out because I can't. Oz the blinds. So if you didn't know, you can like pop docs out of OBS, and it's trying to like redock it somewhere else. That's not what I want, because honestly I don't need to see my audio bar this big all the time. So it looks like everything didn't duplicate itself twice, even though I have 2 copies of this audio group in here already. So what that means I can do, I'm going to go in and select all of these, and we're going to remove those source items, because now I have a nice group that contains all of my audio. So I don't have to see all of my audio items cluttering up my list. And because these are relatively irrelevant items, I'm just going to drop all that back into the rear of these sources. So this is just an example of like some of the cleanup stuff that needs to be done. If you group similar items of your overlay into into either groups or into doing scenes, it helps you kind of keep it more organized, especially like the way that I like run layers. So a more complicated scene that I could demo this on. So we're gonna studio mode back up. So let's say my starting soon screen. So my starting soon screen is a number of layers. So they're layers that I know I always want on top. So we'll do the same thing we just did in the last one, and I actually appreciate this for how OBS Studio handles this versus Streamlabs. In Streamlabs, you would have a group you would set in one scene, and you have to copy and paste it, and you couldn't re-reference it as an existing source. But source groups in this are actually pretty cool in OBS Studio, as I am just learning now. So I'm just gonna add my audio group into excuse me, I had dinner and I'm having like horrible indigestion right now. It's wonderful. Adding this into my starting scene, pull this group down to the bottom of my starting scene, and then as you may have seen, come on buddy, actually what I'll do is let's pop this over to the side so it's a little easier to see and manage right now. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I guess that's easier to see on this one. All right. So this is here, and I still have all these duplicate items that are just like out and cluttering this list. So we are going to clear those. And I also was setting up to do some mobile streams when I was on my other setup, on using a laptop. So we're going to remove those from our list. And let me bring up my monitor. I have like way too many windows open right now, so this is awesome. Oh yeah, it does that if I do that. Ah, yes, that's the one I'm looking for. Hello Twitch, I have returned to you. Let's see, how do we... Okay, I can't actually read that. All right. Checking legibility. I need to make sure I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. So cleaned up all those stray audio levels, but as you can see with this stream starting scene, there are a bunch of items that I know I always want up. So a thing I like to do on my stream starting scene is to be able to change the visibility of my camera. So there are times when I'm starting the stream, as I'm getting stuff set up, I want people to know like stream starting, I'm not ready to talk to you yet. And then once I get like sort of the basics done, I then say like, okay, I want people to know that I'm here to interact with people, even though like we're not officially onto our content yet. It's like it's a place that you can come talk if you have things to say to me. I'm here, you can hear me talking, you can listen to the music, see me vibing out, whatever's going on. But the things that are constant above that are a transparent layer of, excuse me, a transparent layer, a 75% transparent layer, and there's another lower bar which like basically just adds another layer of that transparency there. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. I don't know how to do it. But I know I always want those on top. The thing that I want most easily accessible is be able to drop the camera out. So previously when I did this, I organized these into a number of layers. So I have things I know I always want on top, like my alert box, and then the chat box. I want those above any of the transparent layers. And then next, of course, I have like the background transparencies, and then the camera. And then if let's say I'll turn on my Xbox, for example. Sorry, I have to move something because I can't see. I'll explain my like desk setup at some point. I need to move some things because PII laying all over the place. Goodness. Ill prepared. Don't want y'all stealing my identity. So, as you can see in the background of actually this scene, you can see my Xbox, because as you've seen in like a number of times, as like I've done my chatting and intermission screens, my Xbox sits as like a rear layer to all of this. So when I'm on my just starting scene over here, let's say I'm getting started and I'm not ready to be on camera, but I want something more than just starting, and I want people to get a sense for what I'm getting ready to play. Now transition it so you can actually see what I mean. Like it's a bit more of a visually interesting display than just a basic just starting screen, because it's just not like, oh, what's this person gonna be doing? Oh, they're gonna be playing Forza or whatever game, or here's a clip show as I'm getting ready to get started. So there are options of what can be done here. So what I like to call is, yeah, exactly. It's nice to have like a number of options to be able like to flip back and forth between. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I'm looking at that one. So now flipping that back over. So breaking this into layers, I know I have my, we're gonna create a new group. Some of these are things that do show up on every scene, and I can change their visibility on a scene by scene basis. So, oops, I think I selected the wrong one. So we're gonna do a new group. Existing bordered layer, transparent layer. Huh. I'm trying to remember what some of these are. Let's take a look and see what some of these are. Because I've been, one, as many of you know if you watch me, I have shit memory. Two, I started doing this and like stopped a while ago, and I'm using you to help me co-work. So, all right. Okay. So what we just dropped in here is a bordered layer, cam. So I understand what this one is. So this is a camera layer. I'm gonna undo that because that was entirely unnecessary. Oh no. All right, I think that did it. Fact. So, things I also don't remember. Undo is kind of weird in OBS Studio. It was a complaint that like I've like seen talking to before, and we're gonna go on and get out of studio mode because that's breaking my brain a little bit. So we're gonna go over here to the starting soon screen. And oh god, this is, now we're gonna have to do it like that. So let's use this scene as an example. This will be about as complicated, and you can actually watch me do it because my brain was breaking trying to do it slightly differently. So things I know that I want in every scene. I know I want my chat box. We're gonna go and pull that up to the top. So that social media is this object down here. So because I started using Social Rotator to try to clean up my overlay, I'm probably gonna stop using this. So for the time being, I'm gonna include it because it's a feature on the screen right now. how long that's going to be there, that's questionable, because like I don't know how much I actually like it. And as you can see, there's no text there, so I'm obviously not using it right now. So we might make a deprecated group and just be able to instantly turn off its visibility. So I also, hey, what's up, Blurred Sarah? I'm doing some like Twitch layout discussion and OBS Studio discussion. We have like a whole, basically a syllabus of what we wanted to go through. So the big things I want to try to accomplish tonight, because I do have a big list, so we'll be coming back to doing this a few times. Doing some OBS setup stuff. Then also adding some docs into OBS Studio, because I was watching some people not really used to OBS Studio and not really understanding OBS Studio takes a little more configuration than what Streamlabs does. Streamlabs, for all the foibles of the company itself, is a fairly easy way for people that aren't really interested in getting down into the nuts and bolts of the technology to just kind of just say, I want stream work, I want all of my stuff where I know where it is, and as soon as you launch the program, Streamlabs gives all that to you. OBS Studio, on the other hand, takes a bit more configuring. So I kind of like jumped in on something else. So we're gonna organize this scene so I can explain kind of the idea of scene groups and scene nesting in the sense of like putting things together, and then we're gonna add in some docs to give your OBS. God, I'm trying not to sneeze so bad, and I'm failing. Wee. All right, I'm back. My brain's working again, I think. So once we're gonna do a little scene organization, mostly to remind myself I need to do it, and then we're going to start talking about I want to improve my shoutouts. So I've started using Stream Elements bot, and most of my bot stuff isn't working, so we're gonna get my bot up and working, and then we're gonna make a really cool shout out utility. All right, so let's go like get back into that. So I'm also going to mute my Xbox because I just realized that's also playing music at the same time, and I had like I didn't realize like y'all could actually hear that because my mixer I wasn't paying attention to. Anyway, on every scene, I know I want to have an alert box, and I'm actually still using Stream Elements right now, which is just another what is it called? It is a web source for my alerts, because I have a certain alert package that I haven't like switched off of for my main alerts yet. So let's say let's see. Manage requests. I need to interact. Let's see. Oh, it's up here. Let's pull the properties on the alert box. I know what I need to do. So we're gonna Streamlabs. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. No, that's my dono page. Streamlabs.com. I need my dashboard. So we're gonna go to my dashboard really quickly. Hopefully I don't. There we go. And then we are gonna go to the alert box and let's do a test follow. So my alert box is a layer that I want over everything. I also want my chat to fill this space over here. So we're gonna go on and create a widgets group. So this widgets group we're gonna go on and add in alert box and RS chat. One, that's something I know I almost never want to hide on my scene, so I can keep that at the top. It almost always will stay on top of everything, and like I don't really have to ever think about it again. So now we're gonna get into some of the more static elements that you see on the scene here. So these are overlay elements. So my social media, this webcam border that you see around the media window, it's just a webcam border from the scene pack that I use. And then cam A, and then the media capture layer. See, chat box PNG. So we're gonna make a layer and call that overlay elements. So we're gonna title this one specifically because this is specifically for this scene. A media capture. So another thing I haven't used in a while, this is meant to be able to switch between like a chatting scene, an intermission scene. Like in the form of an intermission scene, I can just throw on some media in this window and turn off the camera and leave y'all to whatever. So I think I want those for easy switching. We're gonna take chatting. Oh, whoops, undo that. So I think I'm gonna put it here so I have a little headroom. Chatting and intermission are gonna go just there. We're gonna make a new group. Overlay. VOG. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. So we're gonna go and create an overlay elements. Okay, spelling's good. So the overlay elements I want below widgets, because anytime anything comes in, I want those to show up above that. Also, if you didn't notice, the font in these widgets is not consistent. It's just like generic for whatever OBS Studio selected to. So as we're talking, I want the social media in there. I want the webcam border that's being used. I want that chat box PNG, which is like holding that in. Oh, voice of God. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Can you make it Comic Sans? It's the worst font ever. Yes, I can, but I won't. I don't like none of y'all. Y'all are just here to see me lose. Y'all don't want to see me win. I'm gonna go on and organize that properly though. God, I guess if chat wants it. All right, we're gonna put the intermission. We're gonna go into the properties and we're gonna select a font, and chat wants Comic Sans. Comic Sans. I don't like near one of y'all. You happy now? It's in Comic Sans. I don't like you. All right, so that's up there. We have our camera layer here, and then we have our media capture layer. Oh fuck, I hate it. Yeah, good job, y'all. I'm so proud of you. Oh, so there's also supposed to be like an underline element which is just like that little line right there. So I guess what we'll actually do is we will make another group. We'll call that group titles, so I know what I'm looking at when I get there. Titles. Titles is going to go below. We're going to drop the titles in there, and then we're also going to add our underline element into our titles box and drop that to the bottom. Let's close that up, make sure we're in the right group. All right, so this underline element, we're now gonna stretch it and size it so it properly doesn't do that. Oh God, oh God. All right, other thing that that groups make really good, you can lock groups so I'm not moving everything. It makes it a little bit easier because especially like in like more complicated designs and stuff, you can like get down and select the individual item you need. What we're not going to do is do that right now, as I am intensely frustrated by trying to find it. So cam A is where we need it to be. I'm not moving that ever again. The media capture in the background, that is, as we talked before, that's a nested scene. Media capture is there to let me switch between input devices, because I have 2 capture cards I use, but let's say like I want to do direct capture with my PC. I can basically set that and not have to like re-switch all of my other scenes. I just say media capture is now this, and I know wherever I need my media to show up, that's where it is. So media capture is in place and locked. So which background transparency layer is that? I think that's just an extra one on this scene. So, oh, another thing that you might notice, if you're looking at like how chat overflows right now, currently it just goes straight down. I kind of want to throw a gradient filter onto most of these chat boxes so they kind of fade out as they get near the end of it, because like, yeah, they clear out by like dumping out the chat, jumping out the old chat elements over time, but I'd rather it like fade into the background. So that's actually, I'm going to add that as a note for my working list. Yeah, trying to be organized. So in the process of doing this, I'm really actually supposed to be also pulling my hair out, but I've gotten distracted, so you have to forgive me. My goal was to actually like pull my hair out throughout the process of editing this. So let's see. Oh, that makes sense why I can't see that, because my Xbox is up right now. I guess this is like a decent enough time to kind of show off what my stream setup looks like. So make sure nothing unwanted is up right now. Ow, I think I'm cool. Pretty sure I'm cool. Don't need that out either. Hiding things. I don't want y'all stealing my information. Damn criminals. I don't trust none of you. I'm joking. All right, so as I was saying before, and this will make a little more sense as we like look at this, because why I have like so much flexibility built into this. So we're gonna go out of this screen capture. Don't forget the braids though. You'll regret it later. Look, I know. I'm doing this before I take the headset off. So as you can see, I have two cameras. I have a camera A and a camera B, and I realize I have not activated camera B, so that's going to be a small headache. So I use NVIDIA Broadcast, which is, as the gentleman earlier said, voice of God. I appreciate it. Thank you, Charles Butler. So NVIDIA Broadcast also lets you do camera effects. So when I do my green screen stuff, I don't actually have a green screen because I want like y'all to see like the room around me. I like having a backdrop, but when I play games, I want my backdrop cut out so I can have a smaller presence on the screen or like pretend to interact on the camera. So we're gonna use the USB live camera, and it's gonna take its sweet time powering up. I think it's actually on. Sometimes it like hangs up when it's actually working. So we're gonna pop down here to camera B. Audio, and boom, you can all of a sudden hear me again. So these scenes, when I first set them up, were not meant to have audio in them. These are very much just scenes for cameras. This is just where my camera is, because I didn't want any chance of nesting this scene to cause an echo into this next scene going up. So we're currently in camera B, and I realized I did this and I didn't really need to do this, because what I could just as easily do is use the studio mode to show you. But I'll use this because I do want to do a bit more example. So we're gonna pop back over to the theater mode. I do want you to see this studio mode. So we're gonna pop down. So camera A is the camera in front of me. Camera B is also technically right now the camera in front of me. I'm gonna go and delete this scene. I'm gonna go and just remove that from there. Yeah, because I don't really need that there. So as you can see, this is being selected as a source called 1080 cheap. That's kind of a joke. The camera that is attached to is not cheap. 1080 cheap is referring to the capture card that it's running through. I have two capture cards, as I said. I have like a little $15 one that I got off of Amazon, and a AverMedia Live Gamer Mini, I think. But these are different like ways to bring cameras in. So I have two DSLR cameras. I have an EOS 6D. Well, not two DSLR cameras. I have many DSLR cameras, but I have a few that I use, and they have different settings. And we're gonna add. So how's everyone doing? I'm gonna go and take these. I'm gonna take these off and do it after I do this next part. Hope y'all are all right. I'm just hoping this ad will go through so I can do words at people's faces again. Oh, we got crypto ads. Get that crypto money. Invest in crypto smartly, because crypto is like largely gambling. Welcome back, and those disparaging remarks about crypto. So right now we're in cam scene B. So cam scene B is usually not this camera. Cam scene B is usually the NVIDIA broadcast code. And look, two of me partying with me. So what I'm gonna do, damn it, now I want chunky soup. All right, dab. Oh wait, dab. So what you're seeing is NVIDIA broadcast using background removal on one of my cameras. Nope, I refuse. Will it allow me to disable it for once? So what we're gonna do is in Cam B, we are going to deactivate that because technology is great. I'm scared if I do this, I'll also lose my mic. Your camera has changed. Restart any applications using. Okay. So I love NVIDIA broadcast 80% of the time. Right now is not one of those times, because this program is locked all the way up. Because what I wanted to do was use my USB camera and kind of show what my setup looks like and why I need like some of this flexibility, and like why it can help you as well. because there's some creative things you can do with it. But I can't do anything with it, and I'm scared if I screw it, this is a test stream, so if I dead it, I'll just bounce right back. So if I have to shut everything down, I'm sorry, just hang tight with me. So we're gonna kill NVIDIA broadcast. You won't be able to hear me for a second. So we're gonna close NVIDIA broadcast window.